Yes, the last part.
Alright, the last common type of cyberbullying that I'm going to talk about is flaming. As you might guess, flaming, let me spell that for you, FLAMING, is the act of posting insults or other offensive language on social networking sites. The aim here is to start an online fight. These insults may even turn into flame wars where two or more individuals unite against a third individual. Right, what was I saying? Flaming. To put it simply, flaming is an online fight filled with bad language. With flaming, the bully aims to start online fights with the victim. It takes place in chat rooms, internet forums, and even game lobbies. Right. Next, we'll have a look at how cyberbullying affects people and how they can.
In this last part, as you see, the last common type of cyberbullying is our discourse marker, and the speaker gives us what it is. So, flaming. As you see, I couldn't write it in the first place, so I waited to hear the word again, and it is repeated here. As you might guess, this is actually another discourse marker kind of phrase, as you might guess, because it gives a prediction, so it kind of repeats itself. Therefore, the speaker repeated the word and then she also spelled that for us. So here we can take good notes of it. And after that, we have a definition. Is the act of posting insults or other offensive language. As you see, I only wrote posting insult. I couldn't hear and catch what the other part was, but that's not a problem. In such cases, please do not worry because you should know that it will be repeated. All right, just focus on the discourse markers and calm down. Don't panic. Stay focused, and you will hear it again and again. This is the strategy behind the performance task audio. So the aim is online fight, right? I got that. And one or two people unite against others. All right. And then after this information, we have another important discourse marker, to put it simply, which means there will be a summary coming. All right. And summaries are good for you because they are short and compact. So all the things that has been said so far are are here in this sentence, actually here. And as you see, flaming is an online fight filled with bad language. All right. The aim of the bully is to start online fights. All right. So sorry, this is what is important to be noted. Right, and it's here. The place. Oh yeah, about the place. This is a minor detail, okay, in chat rooms. Um, and I couldn't hear the other parts. It said it takes place in chat rooms, internet forums, and even game lobbies. As you see, I couldn't write internet forums and even game lobbies, but that's not important because it is a minor detail. Only one example will be enough, or it is even okay if you don't mention it. All right, so don't worry. Now, how to match these notes with the reading texts. As you know, usually in the listening there are four types, problems, solutions, advantages, whatever of something. And in the reading you have three. So this is the case in this task as well. The thing you need to do is to read each section of the reading carefully and try to get the main idea. Here, this yellow part is the main event in the example, in the case given, and it describes the situation that a girl called Ashley had gone through. When you look at the information given here, we can say that it is relevant to, case 1. Case 1 is relevant to impersonation in the reading text, right? Because impersonation means creating a fake ID, and here we know that this page was made to look as if Ashley had posted everything herself. You know, as if means like pretending. It's the synonym of pretend. So the meaning here, Ashley didn't post everything. Somebody else did. All the information, private information about her family, her home address, birthdays, and more. So as you see, this is the combination. This is the combination of the impersonation section in the audio and reading case 1. Sorry about my incomprehensible sentences. Okay. In case 2, the information given is about Sarah, and we learn that one day Sarah arrived at school and other students began laughing at her. And Sarah didn't know why. She was embarrassed and confused. Some of her friends did not talk to her, blah, 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 blah. And then we learn that her picture, embarrassing picture, was shared anonymously with the whole school. All right, probably it was a inappropriate picture of herself, and in time Sarah was even excluded from most of the groups at school. All right, so this means that her personal information or personal pictures were outed. Therefore, we can match this with the outing section as an example of outing in the audio. And here is the possible sentence. My speaker is doing something. All right. Yes, and the last case about Gina. Before I go into detail, please remember that in the reading texts, there is always one confusing information given for you. All right, it's a trick, so don't fall into that. Be very, very careful. focus on the details and try to match them correctly. Now, as you remember, both in harassment and flaming, the cyberbully sends offensive messages, right? This information is given in both harassment section in the listening and flaming section in the listening, right? So they look the same. When you read this third case here, okay, we learn that Gina began getting rude text messages, yani offensive language, like I hope you die soon. Okay, so you see this part can be matched both with harassment and flaming. So which one? Well, if you read the other parts, the difference will emerge. As you know, the difference between harassment and flaming is that in flaming there is an aim, which is to start a fight, an online fight. But in harassment, there is no such aim. It is just about sending offensive messages to disturb the victim. All right, but in flaming, the aim is to start a fight. When you read these sentences, again, you can see the words like argued, quarrel, discussed, but please understand it correctly. Here you don't read anything about an online fight between two or more groups. Okay, so there's a difference. Therefore, this section can be matched with harassment and I think that's it. Here is the sample essay. Please remember that the last paragraph is optional. You don't have to write it, but it's okay if you write it as well, no problem. And please remember that in the introduction paragraph, you need to mention what reading does. Okay, so here the lecture explains 4 common types, while the reading provides examples. So you need to identify what the reading does and how they are connected to the lecture. You need to explain these, of course. So in the introduction, please mention reading as well. And while mentioning the readings in the development paragraph, you can use such phrases here, like these. Okay. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.